Hey there, everybody. It's Michelle Skinner. I am here to talk to you a little bit about Hostess Coaching. So if you need a little bit of help with Hostess Coaching, that means you have a social coming up. So congratulations. I think hosting that social or getting that social booked is probably the hardest thing you're going to have to do. It's putting yourself out there. It's talking to people. It's doing, of course, what we say you should do to grow a business. But let's be honest, a lot of people have a hard time doing it. So if you've done it and now you're getting prepared to actually do that social, congratulations. I'm very proud of you. So you might be listening to this because now you figure out, what do you do next? How do you coach your hostess to really make sure that now that you're being in front of people, it's going to work in your biggest benefit? And this hostess is actually going to earn a lot of free and half price things, and that she enjoys her time and that her friends also enjoy their time. So we're going to talk about ways to get ready for this social and to get your hostess involved. First thing I'm going to tell you, that hostess is now your partner. I mean, when I think about if I'm going to go to an event that my friend's hosting, I'm not going for the consultant. I'm going because my friend really likes it. My friend really believes in it. My friend wants me to be there. So having her as your partner is the biggest thing for you to have her realize. So in that first conversation you're going to have about that social, let her know, like, hey, you're going to have the biggest influence here, way more than me, because your friends are going to want to buy from you. So the more excitement you have and the more you do to get people pumped up about your social, your event, your get together, whatever you want to call it, is going to benefit you in a huge way. So I'm going to prepare you. This is what you'd be saying to her. I'm going to prepare you with things that you can use to get your friends ready for our get together. So first thing, obviously, when you're having that first conversation with her, get a wish list, kind of see where she's at. What does she want? Because if you know what she wants, you're going to be able to better guide her in what kind of business you have to have over the course of maybe the next 2 weeks and maybe for the weeks after to hit that number to get a lot of things at that 50% off and half price mark. So if she says, oh my gosh, I want these 6 things, and you see that it totals $400, whatever it is, you can be like, all right, you know what we're going to do? We're going for $1,500 social. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to get products into people's hands. We're going to obviously get people to your thing. We're going to put something on Facebook. Like, this is what we need to do in order for you to get the most products at a discount or free. So get that wish list. Okay. Let her know also, this is a no cooking, no cleaning policy. Wouldn't it be great to know, like, you don't have to do that much to have your friends come over for an event? So ease her mind. You don't want her to be doing that. Put out some nuts, put out potentially just some fruit or something and a glass of wine, and you're done. You want this to be duplicatable for anybody that comes. So you don't want people seeing a huge spread, a chocolate fountain, tons of drinks, because people are going to think, I don't have time for that. That's just not me. We don't want people to think that. We want people to think that this is easy and it's something that they can do. Okay. So let her know now what she can expect from you over the next maybe week or two as you're preparing for her social. If you've got some time, this is how it maybe should go for you. Have like a 3-part invite process. As we all know, people are busy, and a lot of the times they're probably not going to be just staring at their email waiting for the next e-bite to come through and be ready to respond. So this is what I would recommend. You want to get them a hard invite. You would like to have one potentially on Facebook so you can see RSVPs and you can reach them more between now and the time of your event. And you're going to want to send out a reminder because, of course, people are going to lose track of what things, what day it is, potentially what other things they have to do that day. Maybe they want to come, but they just need that reminder. So that's one thing I would say, please don't forget. And we'll go into that invite process more in a second, but those are the 3 ways you can make sure that they're going to get to know that your event is happening. Make sure that you have a host packet given to your hostess. You'd want to include the opportunity brochure, lookbooks, order forms, the holiday gift guide if this is a holiday time, anything that's special for what type of business we're in right now. Make sure that she has all of that in her arsenal so that as she's out and about, she can give a lookbook to somebody who maybe can't come. She can look through it and hopefully feel something more towards our product and our brand. And maybe, the consultant conversation is going to come up because all that she sees. So make sure you have a nice packet of stuff ready to go. And also maybe include a personal note. Leave her with a lot of products. If she loves the stuff, she's going to tell people about it. So maybe she already has some products that she's purchased from you in the past. Leave her more. Get her as much as you can. Leave her samples of the masks. Leave her things that she can hand out to people if they can't make it to the social. Be kind of smart about what you're going to leave with her, because like I said, like if you tell her like, please pass this out, like have people try it out, you know, give her the pumped thing so that contamination doesn't happen. Now she can go to work, and if somebody can't come, or if somebody's really interested, she'd be like, here, try this out for a day or two. And I'd love, you know, to hear what you think. So make sure that she has the products. And, you know, if you don't have anything going on, maybe a day or two before or after the social, talk to her about, you know, coming over, setting up the products the day before. That way, if somebody can't make it to her event that the night that or day that you've decided on, they could stop by maybe the day before or maybe the day after. We trust, you know, now that you have somebody who is going to share with their friends, let's see all the different ways that we can take advantage of that. And you're going to have to help them build a guest list. I don't want, when I'm going to an event, I don't want just neighbors showing up. Because when all the neighbors show up, then, and I'm trying to book another social, I don't want the neighbors to be like, oh, well, all of my neighbors are already here. I want them to be thinking about their network. So I want my hostess to be thinking about, who does she work with? Who are her high school friends? Who are her college friends? Who is from her kids' school? Who's from dance class? Whatever it may be, I want to kind of grab quite a lot of people from different networks. So when they come, they don't know everybody around the table, which means now they have a lot of friends that they can invite to their own. Okay. So you honestly will have to probably bring this up to her, because people just fall back to their comfort zone of inviting usually neighbors, and maybe a best friend. Also think about this. There's going to be out-of-state friends that we want to get in front of. We know they're not going to be able to make it to the actual social, but if we're going to talk more about doing like a Facebook group or event, they're now getting introduced to Beauty Counter through Facebook. Doesn't matter where you live. They can now see more about our company and maybe you, and of course their friend talking it up. So we want to make sure that she realizes that. And, you know, there's one thing I think that is kind of fun to do. If you know that, you know, she's motivated, why not challenge her to hit about $300 in orders before the event even starts? Have her think about ways that she can drop product off, or reach out to a friend that, you know, she thinks would love it based on her likes. Let's see if we can get a couple orders in before, because how cool would that be to start your event with orders already in the system? Be pretty fun. Okay, so how to invite. I always say, you know, if you make it personal, I think more people are going to come. If people feel like they think that you really want them there, they'll make more of an effort. So if I was invited, one of 60 to on an Evite, and I see all those names there, honestly, I'm going to think that I probably won't be missed. And it might be harder to come up with a way to get there than not. But if I received a text or an email or an invite from somebody in the mail saying, with a handwritten note saying, hey, Michelle, I would love for you to come. I think this is so up your alley. Please come have a glass of wine with me and have a great night. Guess what? I'm going to probably work a little bit harder to get there, because my friend just asked me to come. So I say make it personal and make it a little special for them. Okay. So have paper invites ready to be handed out. Think about it. Like, I am having invites printed up right now for my own event. And I was like, how many do I need? Oh my gosh, when I'm at my kid's school, I can drop one off. When I'm at my, you know, if I'm at the gym and I see somebody come in that I would love to get her, I can give her an invite. So you should have quite a few hard invites ready to go. So when you're running into people in your day-to-day life, you can invite them to something. And of course, mail them out to the guests that you'd really like to have there. I say, like I said, put a little Post-it on that invite to say, hope you can come. Let's, you know, share a glass of wine. I think you'll love it. That personal touch is going to be really nice. Also, so for Facebook, ask your friends if you can add them to a group just for those 2 weeks, just in case, you know, they can't come or they need to stop in real fast. They can get a good understanding of what the brand is on their own time. So if you get a group going, this is where you can post videos. You can post statistics. You can have a picture of your host in her charcoal mask as a little selfie, and she can say, oh my gosh, I love this. Have her put a little hyperlapse video of her applying her moisturizers and stuff. That's the kind of thing that would, induce some feeling into the social, and you can actually see that she's excited about it and that she loves it. That feeling is going to drive people to get there. Instead of this, oh, I think this is a brand called Beauty Counter. I think I've heard of it. I might go. Get them to feel something towards the brand. See why they should be there. And I bet you they're going to be more inclined to make it. And then 2 days before, send that reminder, or even that day, send a reminder. Hey, our event is at 7 tonight. Really hope you can make it. And you can even maybe have, one of our friends said that she has a picture of herself holding a sign saying, hope you can come. And she just tweets that or sends that out in a text. But what a fun way to just try to get people to come. Make it fun, right? Like this is not a super serious thing. We want to make it fun. We want people to come and then hear our message. So make it fun and make sure that you're kind of meeting everybody where they are. Hard invite, Facebook, a reminder, maybe sending out a text, whatever that may be. Okay, so you've done a lot of work. People are now coming to your social. So what do you do on the day of the social? Well, obviously, if you're not set up already, you're going to have to get there and set up. This is the perfect time to start a conversation with your hostess. So while she's, putting out snacks or whatever, why not say something like, I can totally see you doing this with me. Maybe think more about it tonight. Maybe we'll talk later, and leave it at that. Or just have to say, like, you probably did a better job than I could have done. So well done, my friend. Just let that sit. And that way at the end of the night, you can be like, look what you did. You just sold this much. You had a great time. Your friends loved it. Why wouldn't you maybe do this with me? Like, obviously your network would like it. Even if nobody came, that's still a conversation that can be had. You love it. Why wouldn't you do this with me? Like, what's holding you back? I chose to do it because I love the mission. I love the products. You do too. Why wouldn't you do this with me? But anyway, this is just a really good time to have that conversation. Another thing you're going to want to do is you're going to find out who's coming to that social that you really need to connect with. Does she have somebody coming who is super into fitness or health and wellness? Is a nurse practitioner? Is a personal trainer? Is into yoga? Is into eating healthy or whatever? Like, is into advocacy work? Are there people coming that you really think that conversation should go a little deeper with? Find that out from your hostess, because that'll help you kind of formulate the questions you need to ask when people are arriving. And obviously let her know her influence at that social is the most important one, once again. So if she is excited and she's talking and she's sharing and she's telling them what her favorite products are, chances are you're going to have better sales. So make sure that she's not just sitting with the wine, that she's really out there at the table talking about the products she loves and what maybe her friend would like. Here's another thing that you could do. Tell her, if you have a friend that you book help me book a social with, I'd be happy to offer you X, Y, or Z. Because how cool would it be for you to be standing there, you're helping a client, talk about skincare, and you hear her going, Emily, why wouldn't you book a social? Your friends would love this. You need to do one. I'll come. And if Emily's like, yeah, I think I should. She just booked a social for you. And when your friend is doing that to another friend, it's authentic. When you're doing it, it might be like, oh, she's just trying to book something. But if you have that hostess do that out of, knowing that she has a friend who really could do well, her friend's going to listen to that and be like, yeah, I think I can do that. So ask her, hey, if you have this kind of conversation and people say yes to booking, I'm going to, kick you out a free moisturizer or something, whatever you choose. And since you have that Facebook group already going, why not have her video live your little presentation? So anybody could be anywhere, listen to that presentation, hopefully get something out of it, look at the products you love, and potentially send orders in because of that. Or you never know, somebody could live in Texas and you're in Minnesota and they watch that and go, gosh, I love this. That seems like something I could do. You never know. Just got to think outside the box. How can you get people interested? How can you make it relevant to them? And how can you make this social and this get together really work for you by reaching the most people that you can? Okay, so I just got you to basically getting orders taken and all of that. I'm going to turn this off now because that is basically Hostess Coaching, getting your hostess involved. I'm going to do another video on how you can wrap it up if you are interested. And if you're not, that's okay. All right, guys, talk to you soon.